friends, I am Soham Bera, Senior Consultant Optometrist from India. Today I am going to tell you about 10 tips for buying kids eyewear. Let's start it with. If you are a parent in search of the right pair of eyeglasses for your child, you probably know that walking into an optical store can be confusing. There is no shortage of children's eyeglasses frames. The problem is, how do you figure out which one your child will be willing to wear and will last longer than the right one? To begin with, most children who need eyeglasses are either nearsighted or farsighted, means either they are hypermetropic or myopic. Depending on the degree of visual correction necessary, your eye specialist will prescribe glass for full or part-time wear. Some kids will be instructed to take their eyeglasses off for schoolwork, while others need to have them on every waking moment. Sometimes the eye specialist will make specific recommendation about suitable eyeglasses frames, but more often that decision is left up to you, your child, and the optical dispenser who fits the glasses. Here are 10 items to consider to make your trip to the optical shop an enjoyable experience and to ensure that you get children's glasses that will endure. First, lens thickness. The eyeglasses prescription is always the primary consideration in choosing glasses. Before you start looking for the frame, consult with the optician about lens consideration. If the prescription calls for strong lenses that are likely to be thick, it is important to keep the frames as small as possible to reduce the final lens thickness. Also, smaller lenses tend to have fewer higher order aberration near the edge of the lens than large lenses of the same material and prescription. So, there is less risk of blurred or distorted peripheral vision. Second, fashion forward. Whether they are full or part-time eyeglass wearer, most kids get at least a little teasing about their specs, especially the first time they wear them. So it is very important that they avoid frames that makes them look uncool. You also should steer your child away from frames that clearly are objectionable, too expensive or inappropriate. Keep in mind that the real object is to get your child to wear the glasses. Beneficial and cool features like photochromic lens that darken automatically in sunlight outdoors may help inspire any child to want to wear these glasses. Third, plastic or metal. Children's frames are made of either plastic or metal and may have style. They intentionally mimic unisex eyeglass frames designed for adults. Kids often are attracted to the style because they look more grown up. It's not unusual for kids to ask for glasses that look just like mom or dad. In the past, plastic frames were a better choice for the children because they were considered more durable, less likely to be bent or broken, lighter in weight and less expensive. But now, manufacturing are making metal frames that incorporate these features as well. Metal composition varies, so ask the optician which one is best for your child based on experience with different alloys. Ask for hypoallergic materials if your child has shown sensitivity to certain substances. For example, some people are allergic to frame alloy that contains nickel. Proper bridge fit. One of the toughest part about choosing suitable frame for young children is that their noses are not fully developed. So, they don't have a bridge to prevent plastic frames from sliding down. Metal frames, however, usually are made with adjustable nose pad, so they fit everyone's bridge. Most manufacturers recognize this difficulty with plastic frames and make their bridge to fit small nose. Each frame must be evaluated individually to make sure it fits the bridge. If any gap exists between the bridge of the frame and the bridge of the nose, the weight of this lens will cause the glasses to slide. no matter how well the frame seems to fit before the lens are made. It's important that the glasses stay in place, otherwise kids tend to look over the top of the lens instead of pushing their glasses back up where they belong. An optician usually is the best judge of whatever a frame fits properly. 5. The right temple style. Temple, that wrap will the way around the back of the ear, this area, help keep glasses from sliding down or dropping off a child's face completely. These wraparound temples, called cable temples, generally are available on metal frames and are especially helpful to keep glasses in place on toddlers. Another option is to strap that goes around the head. Eyeglasses with cable temples and or straps are not a good choice for part-time wearer. However, because they wear a bit more, awkward to put on and take off. For glasses that go off and off frequently, it is better to have regular or skull temples that go straight back and then curve gently around the back of the ear. Spring hinges. Spring hinges. A nice feature to toque for a temple with spring hinges. These special hinges allow the temples to flex outwards away from the frame without causing any damage. Although they sometimes cost a bit more, spring hinges can be an worthwhile investment for children's eyewear. Kids are not always careful when they put on and take off glasses, and spring hinges can help prevent the need for frequent adjustment and costly repairs. They also come in handy if the child falls asleep with the glasses on or just has a rough day at a play. Spring hinges are strongly recommended for toddlers who sometimes get carried away playing with their new glasses. Now come to the 7th point, and this is very important, that is lens material. Once you and your child agree to frame that you both like, the next consideration is the lens. Lenses should be made of polycarbonate or trivex. These materials are significantly more impact resistant than other lens material for added safety. Polycarbonate and trivex lenses also are significantly lighter than regular plastic lens, which make the eyewear more comfortable, especially for strong prescription. Polycarbonate and trivex have built-in protection against potentially damaging ultraviolet UV rays, and the lenses are scratch resistance coated by the manufacturer or fabrication lab. The price of polycarbonate lenses generally is comparable to the cost for regular plastic lenses with UV and scratch resistant coating. And with polycarbonate, kids get the extra margin of safety to protect their eyes. Keep in mind that trivex lenses may cost a little more than polycarbonate. The last desirable material for child's lenses is glass. Although it must be treated for impact resistance, glass still shatters when it breaks, and broken glass, even safety glass, is a hazard to the eye. Glass lenses also are significantly heavier, which make them less comfortable to wear. Because of safety and liabilities issue, most optical stores whole world do not sell children's eyewear with glass lenses. Sports eyewear. Polycarbonate is such a safe lens material that you may be tempted to let your child play sports in his regular glasses. Here's the drawback. Although polycarbonate is the lens material used for sports eyewear, regular eyeglasses frame do not provide enough protection from large objects such as ball and flying elbows. So if your kid is involved in sports, a proper sports goggle with polycarbonate lenses will provide the best protection against eye injury. To provide optimum protection, sports goggles must be fitted properly. So consult with an eye care professional before making a purchase. Although it sounds counterintuitive, a sport goggle should have large vertical eye opening rather than a smaller one. If an impact should occur and the goggles are pushed towards the face, a large eye opening keeps the impact point forever and below the eye with a small opening. However, the goggles hits right at the edge of the eye socket, which can damage the globe of the eye. Warranties. Many optical resellers offer a warranty plan that will replace eyewear at no charge or for a small fee in case of damage to the frames or lens. Consider opting for the warranty, especially if your child is a toddler or a first-time wearer. Then backup pair. Because children can be tough on their eyewear, it is always a good idea to purchase a second or backup pair eyeglasses for them. This especially is true if your child has a strong prescription and cannot function without his or her eyeglasses. Ask your optician if specially discount apply for the second pairs. They often do it. The backup pair is purchased at the same time as the primary pair. In some cases, sports goggles can be used as a spare pair of glasses. Or if your child's prescription had not changed significantly, keep his or her previous eyeglass in a safe place for use as a spare. If your child wears glasses full time, including outdoor, photochromic lenses or prescription sunglasses also should be considered to decrease glare, increase visual comfort and provide 100% protection from the sun's harmful UV rays. To reduce cost, ask your optician if the lenses in your child's previous glasses can be tinted to transform them into sunglasses. If the prescription is essentially the same as your child's current glasses, this is a viable option to purchase a new pair of prescription sunglasses. So friends, this is it. Please listen this video carefully. This is very important. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.